Sandlot is, you know, punk rock baseball. It's against the grain of what you see on TV. It's everything that people hate about baseball, and we're doing it.
So we were kind of the first team in Dallas. Like, no one else was doing what we're doing in the scene. A solid team that played every month and played consistently. So in that respect, we kind of brought Sandlot to Dallas.
Yeah, and some of us, we at times call ourselves the Shepherds because it's funny, I guess. I don't call ourselves that, but no, it's the Shepherds, yeah.
Who am I? Oh, Shepherds, yeah. This is going great.
Man, initially it was just, can we start this? There was no goal other than to make the team and play some games and get to the long time with uniforms and play ball.
Maybe I should just start with Sandlot.
Stand three!
Sandlot is kind of one of those things that's like hard to describe. You know it when you see it. We just want to get together, have fun, build this sense of community, and play some really, 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 really bad baseball.
For Sheeple, first of all, it's beer with a side of baseball. I mean, it's a ragtag bunch of guys that want to come out, play some ball, have fun doing it with no pressure added.
Got it, Cal! Got it, Cal!
Like a full 8 innings to play today.
Between the two games, though, we'll still keep the batting order, so when we end this game, we'll pick up where we left off.
Play somewhere different, but play where you're comfortable.
Yo, sheep on 3, 1, 2, 3, sheep on!
It's become a very big social circle. So like when the team was first founded, that first game, I knew like 4 people out of like the 20 who showed up. Like none of us really knew each other except for the core 3 and like 1 or 2 of our friends.
We're very open to like all kinds of people playing this game.
Is that recording? It is recording.
So I worked for a baseball store called Warstick for a couple years. One of the managers came in and was like, "You should join our team." And so I was like, "Sure, that sounds fun."
Someone is going to be on the top of the table, right?
No, we don't keep score.
Really?
We don't keep track of standing.
Whoa!
Brooks, still third to force him to go home.
So Sandlot was kind of off of all of our radars for the most part. We had never really heard of it until, you know, I would say right before the pandemic was when it kind of blew up a little bit more nationally with a lot of teams that were based in Austin and different parts of the South.
We were inspired by what Warstick was doing, and we knew what the Playboys were doing.
The Texas Playboys, who's like the Sandlot team in Texas and based in Austin, who kind of helped push this all out there.
Me and Reese had talked about doing Sandlot forever and, trying to see how we could bring it to Dallas. And then me and Tyler actually went to this thing called Throwing Smoke. It was at the Long Time.
We drove 100 miles an hour to get there, like right on time. It was insane.
And while we were there, we met the Crackles. And I had been talking to them on Instagram for a while. And he's like, "You know what, man? Stop thinking about it. Get 9 guys together. Congratulations, I dub a Sandlot team. Come play us in October."
That game set me on fire for like, let's do this.
I'll never forget, on their way home from that, they couldn't not stop talking about it. They were on this Sandlot high, and I didn't know if they just had that good of a time and they were,
And we're like, oh shit, okay, cool, yeah, like we're here we are.
You couldn't have talked that shit.
I really shouldn't have.
Dude, our biggest struggle is and continues to be fields.
The times we're rained out or should be rained out, we get out and try and play anyway.
Come to find out, the day before, there's a massive pond almost going from first to second base.
Probably should have just canceled, but we really wanted to play baseball.
Several of the players on the team using their own money and rakes and all that jazz.
Ben was out there one day with a bucket and just like tossing the water out like it was a sinking canoe. When you got teams traveling too, like that extra pressure is on.
Like Temple, who were refusing. They're like, no, let's get out there and play. We'll get muddy. So what? Hit the ball. It'll be slow. It'll be funny.
I was telling Reese, I was like, fuck, dude, if we could just move the bases so that way the puddle's not the baseline, we could play around the fucker.
Yeah. True. The Temple Freight Hoppers, this is their first ever game, like their inaugural game. And we've been talking to them about doing this exact game today for 8 months.
He found the post and spread the word, and I saw it, and we just pulled up to the field, and the rest is history, really.
We were playing men's softball, and we were like, baseball though, it's so different.
The first time you play baseball in 20 years, you're just like, oh, that's right, this is why I wanted to play when I was a kid in the first place.
I can't thank you guys enough for all the hard work and dedication that you guys have had the last few months, just like before we even played a damn game. Like, we are here today, we fixed the field, and we made it work, and these guys are coming out here for the first time, and we're gonna give them a hell of a first game. We're gonna drink a lot of beer, we're gonna make some great plays, we're gonna hit the ball, and we're gonna show them some sandlot in Dallas.
So the teams that we have played for the first time for them, we always make sure to give them a good time.
I'll generally give like a 6-pack or 12-pack to the other team.
One of my favorites is before the game. There's this little divot in the bat, and we'll put a shot in it, and us and the other team will both, cheers and drink straight out of the bat. I did one game where I was on crutches and I tried to do like a shotgun pour. That didn't catch on. That was not a great idea, man. I just reeked of beer the entire day.
I got a little bit. Yeah, a little.
Who wants the bat, man?
She coming. Relax. She was signing autographs, everybody.
So the name, we always get asked about the name of the team. The term sheeple kind of has its origins in punk history. We want to really capitalize the spirit of Deep Ellum and bring that Dallas history into it.
I remember the first thought in my mind was, what the hell is that?
I wasn't quite sure because it's the negative connotation of sheeple is like you're this mindless, numb void of a person moving through society, right? Just anybody can direct you kind of thing. But that's also what makes it hilarious. That's also not wrong.
During our Moon Tires game, the bassist for Midland, he asked us in the middle of the game, hey, what's a sheeple? And one of our players just yelled back at him, you are!
I love you, Tom. Fuck.
So our first experience with Sandlot was pretty wild. We showed up to a field that we booked. We didn't even have bases. There was a team from Tulsa, the Tulsa Rumblers, who were coming to play us. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, luckily, because it's a Sandlot, there's beer involved. And so we couldn't think of a more Sandlot thing to do than to play with beer cases. So it turned into one of the coolest experiences that maybe very few teams have ever had.
Both those interactions have really shaped our team. So we want to make sure that we are able to provide that same service to the community.
It's a lot of it is just kind of paying it forward.
That's what I want to be. I want to be iconic. And with that comes templates for other people to kind of like pawn off of and copy paste and I don't know, do it for themselves.
Yeah, it's very awesome because every time that like someone steps foot on that field, they had that same magic that we did and that same feeling that we continue to feel.
At the long time, baby. Playing the Playboy. And we have a good old time. I hope we don't get destroyed, dude. That's what I'm out here for, baby. Let's go.
That's what he's our
finally real jerseys. Whoa.
We fucking did it.
This is where the dream kind of started. So when we were out here a couple years ago, we saw this, we wanted to be with these guys, and we had to make it happen.
We want to keep it safe too. I need y'all all to communicate with each other. You know, on the short infield, outfield thing. I don't need collisions there. I don't need collisions at the bases either. You know, if you got to peel off, peel off. It don't matter. We don't want anybody else getting neck brace today. I took mine off for this for the camera. My name's Jack Sanders, and I am the manager of the Texas Playboys. I also pitch and play first base, and also I operate this venue and own the Longtime Texas, which is where we are today. I usually say Sandlot is making our own fun. I think we take a lot of pride in knowing that this works with just 4 or 5 of us getting together with gloves and balls. That's it. But we can, you know, multiply that vibe and that tone, and it can become something like this. You know? I mean, I see all kinds of crazy shit at the Long Time. You know, I've seen naked people hit home run. I've seen games decided by chugged beers. You know, it's always, you know, you really just never know. I mean, really what's most exciting for me is a, you know, great play by somebody who maybe has never had that in their life. I mean, hitting a home run is a really cool thing to experience.
We're live streaming the first Sandlot game on Twitch and on Sandlot Baseball and Fans.
So I went out there, first time batting after the most recent surgery. Catcher goes, "Oh, well, if you're gonna be bunting, like, you know, this is baseball, like, just get someone who can hit instead." I'm like, all right, dude, fuck you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll swing for it, you know? So I'm just like batting, like pretty much on one leg, like just flamingoing it. And yeah, make good contact with the ball. and almost got my runner on base.
Not only do we love the Playboys and we love the long time, but getting to be here and play against them and them being godfathers of this whole movement, it's just a highlight of the entire season.
Oh, he pumped it up. And it's going. Oh, more inning. One more inning. Still not getting the bases. You're wearing flexible fabrics.
Ryan's our guy. Ryan, what do you want to do? He's our catcher.
Lots of grasses and trees, I think. Yeah, let's go play ball. Oh no, hey, let's go play ball. What are you? This is it. Actually, it's 14-14.
They told us we're playing 8. We thought we were playing 9.
Everybody's playing 9 innings, folks. There you go. We've got 1.5 innings. Whoever wins this
Kid throws gas too.
the flag comes down to
Is relying on natural speed.
who wins it.
If I had that velocity of 27, if you added all my pitches together in my whole life, I wouldn't hit that.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you.
Or tell us where we can come play y'all. We'll come up to Dallas and play y'all.